Sup chimichangas, Knitted Anus here. Do you guys want to see what it looks like for an actual working people's president to defend working people? Remember how I told you that the CIA was actively sabotaging and being insubordinate to JFK's presidency and his administration? Well, guess what? Businesses were too, because they all, they're all together. After year-long negotiations between steel companies and unions, which involved the personal participation of the president himself, a deal was announced that prevented the rise of steel prices. The steel agreement, which was based on labor concessions that Kennedy administration officials had helped writing for the unions, was a major victory for JFK. This is like the start of the fall of unions, right? Of course, the way that they don't increase prices is by taking a cut out of the labor, That's what they do now. But this was like towards the beginning of it. It wasn't like as rampant as it is now. Raising the prices of steel would have led to bigger inflation, so JFK didn't want to do this. And then guess what? But just 4 days after the Kennedy Engineered Steel Pact was signed, U.S. Steel Chairman Roger Blau scheduled a meeting at the White House and stunned the president by informing him that he was going to announce a 3.5% price increase effective at midnight, a move that would trigger price jumps at other steel companies and send inflationary ripples throughout the economy. And Kennedy was pissed. Then Kennedy drops my favorite quote of his of all time. My father always told me that all businessmen were sons of bitches, but I never believed it until now. My man. Now you're probably thinking, oh, this is a little bit like the railroad workers strike from the beginning of last year, where they were negotiating for years and then they finally got to the point where they could strike and say, hey, we're not taking your contract seriously anymore, so we're striking. And you know what Biden did? Biden said, get back to work, you little slaves. You want 14 sick days? How about one, bitch? So JFK probably did the same, right? He was like, yeah, just take more money out of the workers' wages. I don't care. That is what JFK would do if he was a bitch like Biden, but determined to protect his presidency over the next 3 days, JFK unleashed the full powers of the federal government on an all-out effort to crush the steel industry rebellion. Oh my God, dude. Don't get me all hot and bothered, please. Attorney General Bobby Kennedy announced a grand jury probe of steel price fixing. He issued subpoenas for the personal and corporate records of steel executives. We were going for broke, their expense accounts and where they'd been and what they were doing. All of the steel executives were hit with meetings the next morning by agents. JFK was not playing with these hoes, because JFK had staked his reputation with the organized labor and American consumers on the deal, and now he faced with the most painful, embarrassing predicament of his career. A steel industry victory would make it clear to the entire world who ran America. This is how you know that if Biden actually cared, he would try anything. I literally don't care. He should be blackmailing and honeypotting every Republican. Like, spread lies. I don't care. Do anything. Try something. But he doesn't. He says, get back to work. You get one sick day, you little losers. Is that the most pro-union president in our lifetime? I mean, maybe in our lifetime, yeah, but no. And guess what, guys? Not being a big fucking bitch paid off. Kennedy's strong-arm tactics produced quick results. One of the smaller steel companies gave in, and then all the rest of them fell after, which is how it would work today if we did anything. And then did Kennedy go off running his mouth about how awesome he was and how he's the best and no one else could have done this except for him? In victory, JFK adopted a genial and magnanimous posture. What's up, birds? Schlesinger asked Kennedy what he had said to Blau when the U.S. Steel Chairman surrendered. I told him that his men could keep their horses for the summer plowing, smiled JFK. That's some hard fucker shit. And then guess what, guys? But the resentment from the steel showdown never faded away. Corporate executives continued to snipe at the president, spreading the word that his administration had destroyed business confidence by bringing the steel industry to heel. Fuck your business, pay your workers, pay your taxes, leave me alone. Stop being a bunch of whiny little babies. I need more subsidies. I need you to go to war for me so I can steal people's oil. I need bananas from Guatemala, please. Do what I want. Yeah, anyway, Biden's a bitch. He hates working class people, and we need to get rid of him forever. Do not let them tell you that they're helpless. The president could do stuff if he actually cared, but he chooses not to because he does not care. He doesn't care about any of us. He just cares about... I don't even know what he cares about. Why are you doing this? You're 90 years old. Go on a beach, man. All right, the CIA can lick truck nuts. Love you guys. Bye. Follow.
At a time when restraint and sacrifice are being asked of every citizen, The American people will find it hard, as I do, to accept a situation in which a tiny handful of steel executives, whose pursuit of private power and profit exceeds their sense of public responsibility, can show such utter contempt for the interests of 185 million Americans. A few gigantic corporations have decided to increase prices in ruthless disregard of their public responsibilities. Some time ago, I asked each American to consider what he would do for his country, and I asked the steel company. In the last 24 hours, we had their answer.